The identity that a good defense can provide.
Hey, four down, four down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit! Now let's go. 319.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, Lauletta. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. First NFL pick for the rookie Isaiah Oliver. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Spread right, 72. Check. Green 80. Check.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh. Hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Shark's got it left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Green 80. Hank. Green is it.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Lauletta now to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep with Shad Green. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. 380. Hey, spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Smack.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it to Hyde. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
380. 380.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Bortles to throw once more. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
A first down carry for Barkley, and now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. It's Fowler. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Lauletta to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Shrugs him off. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gone! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Now it's Lauletta. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Lauletta making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucy, Lucy. 372.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers.
Detroit! Hot!
Lawletta on first down. Incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this giant running game as they come up here on 1st down. Back to throw, Lauletta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Gun!
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Being chased out left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lauletta. And Ingram holds it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Rosas now to kick this one away. And now out come the Jags. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
372. 372.
Bortles will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's caught inside the 35. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Jacksonville was 3 of 6 last year on 2-point attempts. Only the Eagles went more often. And the Jags are going here. He'll buy some time right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A handoff to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. I wonder what Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son, but they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Lawlett on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Oh, now he bowls him over. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle, then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he's forced out left, and he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Bortles. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Here we go.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lucy. Set. Green 80.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Forced out to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bortles. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Jordan coming off a Pro Bowl campaign in 2017, 3rd time he's had that honor.
And he continues to play better and better as his career extends. Think about it this way. 4th in the league last year in sacks with 13. Helped the New Orleans Saints defense improve overall and help lead them to the playoffs. And now he shares Pro Bowl honors with his father, Steve, who was a Pro Bowl tight end in the NFL.
And the pressure gets to him again. Olivier Vernon in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Lucy.
Now Bortles, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's a give to Barkley. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right here. Gun!
And Lawlett is going to throw it here. Buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Bortles now on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Giants on third down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Lauletta now to throw it. And Fowler's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll let it go. He's got him in, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by one more. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Giants, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,